Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Zoda's Revenge, StarTropics 2. We are now on the 9th and final chapter of the game, and we are on Sea Island. But apparently, medieval London was a lot happier than this, if the music here is any indication. And if you go to the village, you'll find out that everybody has been turned into a wild boar. Fun. Well, guess what? You don't have to talk to everybody, although you can still go into the chief's hut. You can still do that, and I'm going to show it off. The chief himself is now a wild boar, and he just says the same oink and snort message that everyone else does. However, there is one person you can talk to who happens to not be a wild boar, and he's right here. Mike, welcome back to Coral Cola. The strangest thing has happened. I came back from fishing and found all the villagers have changed to wild boars. And if that wasn't weird enough, odd sounds have been coming from this tunnel. Please help us, Mike. And this guy gets out of the way and serves as a guard here. I love how the graphics here are improved a little bit from 1990. So is the music, amazingly. And we are now in the Coral Cola dungeon from the very beginning of the first game. It is the same up to a certain point. But it does get different later on. Also, if you leap on those two tiles, you can fill up to 8 hearts. But thankfully, we managed to have full health going in here, which you should have, making that a rather moot point. And we're just fighting some blobs so far. Interestingly, you get easy opponents for the familiar parts of the Coral Cola dungeon. The proving grounds from the very beginning of the first game. Or at least, the easy enemy equivalents from the second game. Which is really nice. You do want to be careful with your jumps, though. They're not the same grid-like jumps that you had in the first game. You do jump a little further and a little faster, so you do want to be careful. Grab that, and we should be good to go. And if I could hit this bat, that'd be great. Okay. Alright. We got some tiles that we can jump on. That'll open the door. We might as well go ahead and get the key. Get the three-way shot is what I meant to say. Get some more hearts. Show those off in case you need them. Not like you should, though. And, well, because since we don't have any Adventure of Lolo snakes, the snakes from earlier in the game will have to do. Now, none of these tiles will do anything, though there is a path over to here. That should look a little familiar because that's where you found your first potions. Usually. Now that will lead to the sphere. That will open up the door to the north. But we want to go to the tile northwest of that, leap on that, grab the sphere that it spawns, and then go over to the east, so that way we can get our potion. And from here, we can open up another thing. And we need to be careful. Make a little bit of diagonal jumping here to get the potion. Thankfully, the beginner's trap that was here from the very first... why do I say the first game? There's the very first game. There's only 2 games. The beginner's trap that was here in the first game, it's not here anymore. Instead, you just get this spike jumping that you have to do. Would have been nice to see that, but unfortunately the game doesn't give us that. Yeah, the game just expects us to know better at this point. Yeah, we're not going to do that to you again. So now that we got that out of the way, we can now open the path up north, and we should be good to go. Hopefully, we shouldn't get hurt on the way there. There we go. Had to do some dodging there for a little bit. And now we have this snake. This thing attacks a little differently compared to how it fought in the first game. What you want to do is equip the three-way shot, the three-way shuriken, and then you want to run from one side to the other. When you're lined up with this snake vertically, it will try to shoot at you. But if you go up to the corner, like I'm doing, and just keep throwing shurikens at it, you won't have much of a problem. It's only vulnerable when its mouth is open, and that's the only way you can hit it diagonally with the three-way shurikens. So keep that in mind. And while it seems like our trek through here is over, this is where everything goes to pot. We're going to jump on these two tiles for more stars and another potion. And I believe I want to take the middle path. Thankfully, I have a map for just such a thing. That. Middle path leads to 4. 2, 3. As long as you don't take the upper path, I think you're okay. I believe you can get the 4 potions with the... Yeah, you can, as long as you know what you're doing. So, I'm just going to go ahead and take the middle path here. You'll get some hearts, 4 at a time. And you do want to go up, because that takes you to more hearts. And it takes you another path with a potion if you do. You'll go over here. Now what we need to do is go up, grab the potion. We'll take a little bit of damage on the spikes. Kind of hard to not take damage from the spikes if you're going for like 6 potions. You definitely want 6 potions for what we're about to do. But if you can somehow get through that spike pick without taking like 2 hearts worth of damage, you're good. And as soon as you go over here, you'll end up there regardless of which path you take. I recommend using the middle one because you can get 4 potions that way. You end up in this black and white section. Once we go in here, there's going to be a boss rush, and you need to be careful. First off is Yum Yum from Prehistoric Era. We want to take care of this guy with the Ultra Psychic Shockwave. Thankfully, he's a real pushover as long as you jump over the bubbles. And next up is the Scorpion. Once again, Ultra Psychic Shockwave. Make sure to take out any of the tiny scorpions that come your way. Managed to get through that hitless. Because I had a practice run that ended in complete failure. And I don't know how this one's going to end. Right. Next up is the King Tut face. Thankfully, the Ultra Psychic Shockwave makes this a lot easier. Just jump the projectiles, you should be good. And it's a good thing I didn't go off-center that time around. And I just needed one more shot to kill him. I was about to say, how long am I going to have to do the off-center shooting thing? But as soon as you beat this guy, you get dropped down here, and now you're going to have the face. I think it's Zoda Y. And I want to get away from those flames. If I can get him in the upper left corner, that'd be great. You would definitely want to jump over the projectiles that he shoots out, if he shoots those out. I thought one of those would come directly at me, but thankfully that was not the case. Ow! Did not expect him to do that move. Perfect. No, not perfect. Ugh! I'm gonna have to use one of my potions. That's not good. No! Stop hitting me with that! Apparently he likes to hit me with that. And I couldn't get as much hits as I wanted from doing that. And I thought I was going to get hit again. And I couldn't score enough hits there either. This battle is taking way too long for my tastes. There we go. Just enough shots. What's next? Oh, shoot, the miner guy. Yeah, you don't have invincibility like you did last time, so therefore, you're just going to have to run away from the rocks. Not a very favorable... Stop! Not a very favorable predicament that you want to be in. And you don't want to be... Stop! Stop! No, don't be there. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be at the top when you know that the rocks are going to come down. Okay. Sure, that works. What's next? No, wait, the first Zoda was Zoda X. I'm going to fight Zoda Y next. That's right. Okay. You want to equip the Ultra Psychic Shockwave for the first part, and then start whittling away. Make sure you can jump over the shots when you can. Give yourself time to jump over them at the very least. Take care of the bats too. You definitely want to destroy the bats. And, there we go. That's cool. Now we're going to get the second form, which is the little flying alien thing that reminds me of that one boss from Nazca in Illusion of Gaia, whose name I can't remember offhand. And I got a little better at dodging the feathers this time. Ow. Well, I want to use the three-way shot for this thing anyway. I don't want to use the psychic shot for this, and there we go. What is next? Right, the dragon. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go with this for right now and see what happens. I'm going to equip the three-way shot and hope he doesn't shoot fire directly at me. Oh, he didn't. And I managed to run in a circle around him. That's really good. No! I hate it when he does not listen to me and he does that move. Well, time to go lay waste to him with the Ultra Psychic Shockwave. And thankfully I was able to do that. I managed to get through the entire boss rush with 3 of these left. Good. Get over there. Ugh. And there's that evil Zoda laugh again. We got 2 of these tiles that pop up. One opens the door. The other one gives you a vitamin. Let us take the vitamin so we can get our stuff back. I have 3 potions to work with. I only have a little bit left to go. And as long as I do not get shot at, I will be happy. Yeah, prepare to just be on the move a lot here. Hey. Hey, too close? Restraining order, sir? Yeah, so there's 5 of these things here, as you can see. You want to hit the pink one, as opposed to the 4 purple ones. Sir, no. Okay. These 4 purple things are now starting to turn into Zoda Z. I don't even know why I paused there. I shouldn't have. You want to avoid those big fireballs. They turn you into a wild boar. You do not want to be turned into a wild boar. And you want to ensure that you are on the far side here as you do a thing. And the thing being shooting Zoda. Because if you can do that, you can keep your fair distance away from him. You just want to be careful as you do all this. Ow. I should have used the potion sooner. Whatever, we still have Ultra Psychic Shockwave again. You do want to be careful here when shooting with the Ultra Psychic Shockwave as Zoda is shooting at you, because it is possible for your shots to disappear just because of the NES sprite limit. And now we have another form that we need to take care of. This guy has a few attacks, besides just the normal fireballs that you need to avoid, and the morph balls that you also need to avoid. He can also spin around and chase after you. He can make thunder come out of the ground. Ow! Get out of there. Barely enough energy for anything that I want to do. When he does that, when he punches the ground like he just did, you want to watch out for the flames that come out of the ground because those things will hurt. Ow. Okay, I barely have enough energy. Yes! He didn't show off the spin attack. If he turns a brighter shade of purple/blue, he will start spinning and he will slowly come after you. If you run around the circle, you can easily avoid the attack. Just run in a circle across the room, you'll avoid it super easy. We've finally done it! Now saving our data. Well, we now have people that we can talk to. And it's Mika! Thanks for saving us, Mike. I have many things to tell you. But now we've got to make sure that the coral colons are okay. I'll meet you at the chief's hut. And everybody runs off. I'm assuming those are Mika and the other children of Hirokon. They had to be. Who else can they be? They weren't changed in the boars or anything. Thanks for saving us, Mike. Well, I might as well go ahead and talk to everybody in the village now that everything is safe. And I like how the music here is improved too. Welcome back to the present, Mike. I hear you went through time and space. Boy, where do you come from? Americola? Do you not remember us from the first game? I'm assuming you don't. Thanks for saving us, Mike. I still feel a little strange. And she still thinking in wild boar-ish. Mike, I'm Miss Coral. Remember me? You look totally cool. Well, it's only been a couple of months since the first game. Wow, you zapped the Zodas. Too cool. Show me how to use the Ultra Psychic Shockwave sometime. Well, first you had to learn it, and you kind of have to go through heck to get it and everything, but sure, I guess? Mika has already returned. She's waiting for you. Good to know. Thank you, Mike, though I did enjoy being a wild boar, too. And this one wild boar was a pig. Why did the pig change to a boar? And why is the pig still showing us its butt? Okay. Thanks for saving us, Mike. Hi, Mike, you've done it. What a great boy. Man, the music here is much improved from the first game. Have I talked to everybody? More importantly, am I recording this with Audacity running? Well, we're about to find out. If I don't, I'll just do this in post-commentary anyway. Mike, the village is back to normal. You have saved us all once again. We will be never indebted to you. Now, let's put the tetrads together and see what happens. I guess I have to talk to Chief. I'm pretty sure you all say the same thing. Yeah, you all say the same thing. You all say one of two variations of the same thing. The hero returns. Welcome back, Mike. You are a power player indeed. Perhaps I can help you with those tetrads. After all, Tetris is my middle name. We don't even know your whole name. We just know you as Village Chief. The Chief puts the tetrads together. And apparently he knows how to do it this time. I'm guessing maybe HeroCon told him to do it. Or how to do it. Or both. I mean, it's the only reason why this is going on. And it looks like we're gonna make something that looks like a wand or something. I mean, that's my best guess. And apparently the other L shape is gonna turn into this thing. Looks like a wand or a staff or something. Whoa. Sorry about the flashing. Ah, so that's what that is. It's HeroCon. Hello, Mike. Thank you so much for saving me. Father, you're alive! Mika, I'm so glad that you arrived here safely. When trouble began on Argonia, I sent you away in the escape pod, and then had my essence transferred to these tetrads. Now, thanks to Mike, we are all safe. And together we can go back to Argonia and rebuild our society. Goodbye, Mike. I'll be thinking about you. Haha. Thanks again, Mike. You will always hold a place as a hero of Argonia. And more flashing. I apologize. And well, HeroCon and the 7 Children of Argonia, they teleport away. Mike runs towards them to see them off. And that is the end of Zoda's Revenge, StarTropics 2, and the StarTropics duology. At least this ended on a happy note with things resolved. Unlike other games. No, I'm not mentioning a specific one that I joked about in Chapter 2, but that's just one of them. So, how does this game stack up? Well, this one's a tad easier, but you'll be doing a little bit more platforming. Thankfully, the controls are improved. You know, you're no longer stuck in this grid-like movement that was pretty strict. Jumps are not exactly committal like they were in the first game, and you're not being forced to double tap a direction just to go in it when you're trying to turn and go in that direction. Moving around is a lot better here. Graphics in town here, as I've mentioned before, are much improved. You can definitely tell through Chapter 9. And play control, as good as ever, but I'm glad that you could I'm glad about the changes that I mentioned earlier, such as being able to move around faster and not have to move around in the grid-like fashion. Jumps are better. You can kind of move back during a jump if you're unsure. You can also move diagonally, which is a great thing, and the game actually does make you do that. Make you attack and move diagonally, and it actually works. It's not perfect, but it's definitely improved over the first game. And this is definitely worth getting if you can somehow find it. I know that the cartridge is North America only. Europe, sadly, you're going to need to import unless you somehow have your virtual console copy from a long time ago. What a wild adventure! If I hadn't lived it, I wouldn't believe it. And neither would we. And with that, the book closes on StarTropics 2. We get our ending. And that is it. So, is this game worth picking up? Well, thankfully, this game is a little bit easier. just not as just not as remembered, sadly. Just not as fondly remembered. I don't know why I said sadly remembered. But sadly, it's not as fondly remembered as the original. But if there were things that you didn't like about the first game, you may be happy with the improvements that are here to some effect. I know I personally didn't like the movement all that much, and I definitely didn't like the difficulty. This game is a tad easier, but there's still plenty of challenge, especially in the final boss rush. And that's really all I can say. So if you can find this game somehow, pick it up. You may have to go through other means, such as importing if you're outside of America, because this game never got a European release outside of Virtual Console. But it's definitely worth it if you want to see StarTropics come to full closure. I'm glad this duology came to a full closure. It would have been shameful if this had a cliffhanger ending. Not that the first one had one. The first one didn't, but... well, at least the second one doesn't have one, and I'm actually quite happy about that. If only there were a StarTropics 3. Sadly, we may never get one. Though, we did get Streets of Rage 4. So I could be proven wrong one day. So, that has been Let's Play StarTropics 2. Hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I did. Hopefully I'll be back with another Let's Play. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad, maybe it'll be somewhere in between, who knows. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and see you guys later! Special thanks to H.C. Bailey, whose tips and tricks